Hey everybody, it's Captain Kyle, and I have the brand new, well, relatively brand new, War for Cybertron Studio Series Megatron. Yes. Again, I don't know why I do that. It's the wrong Megatron. But this is a versus review. I'm putting you up against the original War for Cybertron Megatron, who I've had for years. And we're going to compare them bit by bit, and you get to tell me which one you think is better. Be right back. Alright, so let's break out this brand new Megatron. I did like the new Optimus, but the original Optimus had some good points. So let's see how this one compares. So there he is in his plastic-free packaging. Well, mainly. It actually doesn't say plastic-free packaging on this box. It comes with a backdrop that you can put him on. Comes with a shitty piece of paper that we get rid of. And instructions, which I may refer to, because I don't like breaking things. Yes, this is not plastic-free packaging because the little things holding him in are made out of plastic, which is, again, easier for me to cut. But makes a mess on my table. But let's get these little plastic pieces of shit off. And there's another accessory. That one was held in by cardboard. So there is Megatron in all his glory. He's got this mace weapon that you assemble and go into his hand. That'll leave a mark. So it shows him with it in his left hand because his right arm holds his fusion cannon. Yes. Which is pretty standard, though his entire arm just fell off. So probably one of those things where you can take his arm off and attach something in its place. But it is now reattached. And let's check out this robot mode. As you can see, he's a good sized figure. From head to toe, about 6 inches. Now, he does have a little bit of ankle rockers, but not a lot. You can see the feet slide a little bit, so you can put him in a wider stance, or you can send him up straight. Very easily attains the full Jean-Claude Van Damme, though the arms and the weapons don't let him balance quite that well. And again, the arm came off, so I'm not that thrilled that the arm comes off very easily. He can kick very high in the front. I'm gonna move this mace over here for now, just for clarity. But there, he can kick very high and can go very high in the back. Side kick also can go very high. Bends at the knee, feels a little stiff though. Not a lot of bending of the knee. It's got this little piece back here that interferes with it going further than that. So he can put his best foot forward a little bit as he gets ready to retreat. Decepticons, retreat now. Yes, I'm referring to my shirt, which, you know, is his most oft uttered word in Transformers. I've not counted, but I imagine. So legs are good. He twists at the waist, so again, can put him into some nice poses because of that. The arms go all the way around, which is good. Can also point out to the side, push forward. He's got a swivel, so he can fire his cannon like that. Bends at the elbow, actually very far at the elbow. So that could be made into some interesting posing as well. The fists do not turn. Looks like they fold away, so the transformation does not allow twisting of the fists. The head will turn. His head seems a little small compared to the rest of his body, but I think that's the case with just about all Transformers. Overall, a cool figure. I like him. And the addition of that mace makes him even more intimidating. So I do notice he's got, again, similar to the original, he's got this kind of gun something on his shoulder. He's got this clamp thing on his shoulder. There's his back, which is not too, came off again. It's not too kibbly. I mean, you can tell it does something, but pretty solid. You can see the treads on his legs, in the back and on the front. So you know something's up, but overall, a cool figure. Now, before we get into the vehicle mode, let's take a look at the original, which does not come with the mace, but he is a very cool figure, and he comes with a missile that I just shot over there, which I should probably get. The trigger mechanism is right here. I will get it in a little bit. Not like we need to compare missile sizes, do we? But it actually does pretty well as a missile. Now, Jean-Claude Van Damme, got to kind of move his arms a little bit so you get him into that pose. But full Jean-Claude Van Damme, toes up, but because of his structure, he flops backwards, not forwards. Can kick very high as well, in both directions. Kick off to the side, nice side kick. Bends at the knee with more. I mean, he can bring his knee way up there. And with this spike, imagine that ramming into some auto-nards. That would hurt. There does not seem to be any twisting at the waist, though. That's a shame. The arms can go all the way around, though the way they're structured, you have to kind of make sure you pull them out properly, because the right arm seems much easier to twist around than the left. There we go. It was just a little in there. But it can go all the way around, and the head can turn as well. Now, one thing that he has that the other one does not is some light piping. So he's got the purple light piping for his eyes, the back of the head. Light shines through, his eyes glow purple. Side by side, you can see this one has been disarmed, but they are very similar in height. The new one is a little taller, but just a little bit. The old one, head to toe, is about 5 3/4 inches, so not a huge difference in height. Lighter gray on the old one, much darker and dingier on the new one. And there's the back of the old one. Doesn't look Ghibli either, but you don't really see treads. But the chest pieces are very similar. Got the notches, got the Decepticon symbol in the same place. So pretty comparable figures. A little more articulation on the new one. So let's check out the vehicle mode of the new one. But I'm taking a quick look at the directions here. I don't see anything where it says you should remove his arm for any purpose. So I wonder if it's so he can steal Optimus's weapon. I mean, you could attach the fusion cannon to the end of his arm, or it doesn't quite fit. I was thinking you might be able to add the mace to the end of his arm, but it does not fit on there, unfortunately. Because that'd be cool. He could have a whole mace as his arm and just smash people. But if he forgets and tries to like scratch his nose, whoa, that would suck. All right, let's do the vehicle mode, as I said. And what is nice when you put his fists away is that they don't just fold in. You actually open up a compartment and close it. So that's pretty nice. So there he is, the new Megatron tank in his hover mode. He's got these treads, but they're like on the side. So I guess they're jets instead. Kind of make him hover and fly along. He ain't got no wheels. But pretty cool. The additional weapon definitely is nice. The storage is on the back here, though it's a little loose. I suppose he can wave it at people who are trying to sneak up behind him. Very impressive tank barrel. You can see there on the bottom, he's got his arms in there. Now this, which was on his shoulder, is a smaller version of the clamp that's on the front. So was it like a decoy? But a pretty cool representation of him in the game. Now the turret itself cannot move at all, so he pretty much shoots in front of him. If this is a gun, he can possibly use that to shoot side to side, but this, there is no moving it around. Pushed in a little more. It's got a lot of little tabs and such in the transformation that you line up things and push them in, which is nice because you know it's steady and that you've done it the right way. But there it is, the Megatron Studio Series Gamer Edition tank mode. Now, let me get the original into his mode. So there's the original. Missile's still on the floor, so I'll get it. And definitely very similar. The turret can't go anywhere. It's got the extra gun on here, as does the other Megatrons. This one actually has treads that have wheels on them. Not saying that they work very well, but there's little itty bitty wheels. He's got treads on the side. So it's pretty much a hover tank anyway. You can also fold them underneath and just have it be a hover tank. So your choice. But there are a number of design differences. First of all, this thing on his shoulder wasn't a decoy. It is actually the clamp or whatever he uses with a little shield. You can see on the bottom there, here's Megatron's head, but he's kind of hiding it in shame because he's got little wheels that don't work for his treads. I understand, dude. It's all right. You know, the water's cold. No, wait. But a very cool hover tank. Now, they both have similarities. Obviously, this big old mace on the back is an addition. Now, the original, which is a deluxe class, just said Cybertronian Megatron, not War for Cybertron, but that's pretty much what it is. I mean, the similarities there are too much to ignore. So, unless it's supposed to be Fall of Cybertron, which is a whole nother game. Still, very cool molds, very similar in design. The deluxe class, it's about 6.5 inches long with the little spikes coming out. Whereas this one is a Voyager class, not much bigger, and from the spikes to the end of the turret, it's about 7 5/8. So a little longer, a little bigger, a little darker, a little meaner, but very cool. Though the new one does not have a launching missile. That is probably going to amuse my cat if I don't get it off the floor. I find a lot of the new toys don't have launching missiles, which is fine, because it actually is more of a pain in the ass than it's worth. I guess it could be fun when you're playing with the toys and shooting things, but you know, then it bounces off into a corner or behind a bookcase, and then you're fucked. And then you want to possibly trade it or sell it, and you don't know where the hell that missile is. So that's a pain. I have one particular review I want to do, but until I find all the missiles, I don't want to do it. So, but very cool. I like them, but they both have pluses and minuses, a little more posability, a little more, I don't know, wheels. And if they were to fight each other, I mean, there's a slight size advantage, but only slight, for this Voyager class compared to the deluxe class. I don't know. Which one do you think is better? Which one do you like more? The original with his firing missile that is purple and over there, I swear I'm coming to get you, and actual treads that touch the ground, or the Studio Series, which is a darker gray, has an extra weapon, no wheels, just basically looks like it's like some kind of fan or jet that, and then he moves along. So you let me know in the comments which one you like better. And while you're mulling over, if you want to get one or both of these, which I'm putting links in the description so that you can get either or both, check out this video over here, which is actually the Gamer Edition Optimus versus the previous release. And of course, I hope you're enjoying these videos as much as I enjoy making them. We will see you next time. As always, have fun and good hunting.